Oh, it was Power here with a review of the Ultraman Taiga DX Tregear Eye. Obviously, this is the transformation device for Ultraman Tregear, and obviously, because it's part of the Taiga line, it has to include a Taiga accessory, which is the Kaiju Ring of Night Fang. So, as you can see here, all the simple warning stuff. Ultraman Tregear. And obviously this is a hybrid of the instructions and just the back. Obviously there's Taiga doing Night Fang's finisher, which I don't know what it's called. So I'll probably look into that right when we get with this. So here we have the sight itself, sitting inside the Ultra accessory because this is its own thing. Here's the Tregear Eye, which is a really interesting changer. Obviously it's a spin-off of what 7 and 0 have, but this one is more unique as this one is not. This one has to transform into the eye itself, but this is its normal mode. I'm just going to say it's enclosed mode. As you can see, there's the thing that's like on top of Tregear's color timer, and then the back is just nothing. I really like this metallic like navy. It's present on here too, and the button, and I think the button actually has a unique thing for it too. But obviously, to open it up, see, normally how this works in the show is that he holds it here, and then he uses a separate one to open it. So here's the Tregear Eye itself, which is pretty huge, because if I had to compare it to the Taiga Spark, lengthwise it's almost the same. Obviously it's still smaller, but I don't know, I think it's actually pretty huge. Probably because I never had a Ultra Eye before. But for frontal view, here it is. It's just simply hooks into these slots and springs open really powerfully. And I really like the locking mechanism of the flaps because they actually do click in. Because obviously they're like that, but then technically because they're so powerful that they actually click themselves in to these notches. But like, you know, like if you accidentally have your hand in, just push it in. It should be fine. But I really like how these empty gaps make that, make the eyes, and sometimes too, just because of how these toys work, sometimes it won't do it all the way. So here's your eye perspective of holding this up to your eye, so that's fun. But I think we should probably get into the sounds now, which isn't really a lot, sadly. So pull the tab, and the first sound that's going to happen is just pressing the button. Just simply that, and then if you constantly do it again. You can't overlap the sounds, so it won't constantly do the sound each time you press it. But just do it again. And then to proceed with the transformation, press this button here. So that's the transformation, which I do think is pretty neat. However, that's it. You only get the sound for opening it, and then the transformation. You don't get anything for holding it in or anything. You don't get a finisher, which is probably my biggest gripe with it. Like, no like additional press sound and like get like a blast sound of Tregear's finisher. Like, that's really it for this toy. You open it and press it. Like, they might at this time they haven't announced a premium Bandai version of this of like filled with Tregear quotes. Like, maybe they'll like actually add his finisher and such, but like what they did with the Ultra Zero Eye Neo for G. But yeah, that's really it for this. You just open it, press button. Anyways, let's get into the main reason of why you might have gotten this for the Night Fang Kaiju ring, which I really like this one. I like the purple, the metallic purple. Obviously purple to indicate it's LED. And I just like how intrusive it is, just because, you know, it's pretty neat. Obviously, you can remove this, you can put in your finger, and let's just get the Taiga Spark. Here we have the Taiga Spark. I feel like this might have been too close. So that allows Taiga to do the Fang Wave. I don't remember if I actually did say what the finishers were for Gauchon Mark II or Semigo. I don't know. But that's basically it for this set. And for what I think of it overall, it's alright. It's kind of a downer compared to the previous two Neo transformation or changers, just because like I guess going back, but the Ultra Zero Eye Neo, I think that one actually, no, it didn't have a finisher, but like that one always had like 0 quotes along with it. But then, like, obviously it was compatible with the Jade Riser, so yeah, you got more out of that. The Orb Ring Neo did a lot for itself because it had 6 finishers, a transformation, and LED, and obviously compatibility with the Rube Gyros or the gyros. This one, like the Tregear Eye, is standalone, which I'm fine with. I do like the Tregear Eye because it's, you know, it's pretty cool to get a different changer, right, Ultra Eye that isn't part of Seven's line. But I do think it does lack a lot just simply by not having a finisher, because I think it, you know, just having like at least 2 button presses wouldn't have been bad enough. Like, obviously the Night Fang Kaiju ring is pretty good, but the Tregear Eye itself is kind of lacking, which is why I don't really think it's worth the 24 that's being sold for. I think the best you can get it for, I'll say get it for at least like 15, because I got the Orb Ring Neo for cheaper than this, so that was on sale. But it's just like, I'm surprised this toy hasn't gone on a sale. But if they do make a premium Bandai Tregear Eye, then like, I would just say pass on this, because I don't no, like, if you want the Night Fang ring, then you have to get this set, because I forgot that Taiga was doing the smart thing of not re-releasing anything from the main line itself. So yeah, I'll just suggest getting it off of Mandarake at best. But if you do like Tregear, then I do recommend this. But I won't say it doesn't really do a lot. So this is Power, and I'll leave you people. Bye.